What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trades and Gains. I'm your host, Max Pitts, and this is the only show where tech CEOs spend money like they're playing Monopoly, politicians rewrite global chip policy on social media, and the labor market has the energy of someone who just woke up from a 3-hour nap and still feels tired somehow. My friend, that's called diabetes. Anyways, today is one of the episodes where every headline is, well, a big headline. We have Microsoft dropping $17.5 billion in India. We have Netflix and Paramount fighting over Warner Brothers like it's the last PS5 on Black Friday. And you have JOLTS data that says the job market is not great. Finally, Trump gives Nvidia the thumbs up to ship H200 chips to China, and national security hawks enter the chat with cardiac arrest, acting like they're going to die. We've got AI infrastructure, streaming wars, geopolitics, and labor data all colliding in under about 10 minutes. Let's go ahead, make like some butt cheeks, spread this wide open, and get into it. So let's first talk about Microsoft's $17.5 billion AI empire building in India. Microsoft just announced its largest ever Asia investment, $17.5 billion in India for AI and cloud infrastructure. Satya Nadella touched down in New Delhi, met with Modi, and basically said, we're here to build the digital future and also win the AI Cold War. Now, you're probably wondering, why India? Don't they have a poop festival over there? I mean, they do, but this is why. One of the world's fastest growing digital markets, building its own AI and semiconductor ecosystem, a strategic counterweight to China, and the largest pool of AI talent outside of the US currently. Meanwhile, Google's like, oh, cool, we already dropped $15 billion for an AI hub. What are you doing? And Apple, Amazon, and Nvidia, well, they're also dumping billions into India like it's the new Silicon Valley. Maybe we could call it New Delhi Valley. This is now an AI land grab, and well, India is the prize. But $17.5 billion is a signal. Microsoft is showing that it wants a sovereign AI infrastructure, global distribution for Copilot and Azure AI, and the quote-unquote India advantage before anyone else can grab it. This isn't a bet. This is positioning a move for the next decade of global computing. Now, next up, we have Netflix versus Paramount. They're fighting over Warner Brothers Discovery like Succession is writing the script. And here's where we currently stand. Netflix, they offered $72 billion. Paramount countered with $108 billion. Warner Brothers shareholders are basically confused like a child of divorce. Regulators are sharpening their pencils so they can kill this deal before it even gets legs on it. Ted Sarandos met with Trump, and the Ellisons are lobbying pretty much everywhere. This is not an acquisition. This is a media cage match with political side quests. Netflix wants Warner Brothers movie studio, HBO, Max, and the distribution footprint. Paramount wants everything, like a spoiled fat girl who's eaten an entire cake. They want to also merge two Hollywood empires, and they want to control CNN plus CBS and Warner Brothers. If Paramount wins, they become the most vertically integrated media company in America. If Netflix wins, they become the most powerful entertainment platform on earth. And if regulators step in, everyone gets angry, and the memes alone will be spectacular about this. Now, moving into our next story, we're going to talk about the JOLTS report, aka the labor market is currently tired. Okay, today's JOLTS numbers came in, and surprise, the labor market is looking worse than your fantasy football lineup in week 12. Some key stats from today's report: we had 7.7 million openings, which was slightly higher, but hiring, it's down. The quit rates are down. Layoffs are up 1.85 million, and that's the highest since January of 2023. But don't worry, because the economists on X, like Unusual Whales, immediately fired off the classics. The U.S. labor market is weakening. It's really a hard time to find a job. Shut up. Hiring is at the third lowest level since COVID, and the Challenger report said worst October for layoffs since 2003. Now, here's the paradox that we're living in. The labor market, it isn't collapsing, but it also isn't healing. And inflation data, well, is still uneven. And rate cuts are suddenly a political trigger attached to a gun that people are holding to each other's heads and say, like, Trump literally came out and said, the one requirement for the next Fed chair is to immediately bring down and cut rates. This is why every investor right now feels like they're driving blindfolded in a tornado. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Trump. Speaking of everybody's favorite orange-colored Dorito, he made a U-turn, the most important tech policy decision of the month to make us great. This one is massive. It's huge. It's huge. Now, Trump just approved Nvidia's H200 AI chips for export to China. Not Blackwell, not Rubin, but H200. The older but still extremely powerful chips China cannot build itself. As soon as he posted it on Truth Social, Nvidia popped after hours, AMD popped after hours, and Intel popped after hours. Now, granted, they've all come back down, so what did it really do? Meanwhile, the national security came out and basically said, I'm sorry, but this man did what? He did what? Here's the key. Nvidia, they have to pay the US 25% of all China H200 revenue. China desperately needs these chips. Nvidia desperately wants this market because they are responsible for 53% of the chip supply buying. This decision reshapes the entire US-China AI balance. Critics say Trump just handed China the tools to accelerate AI development. Supporters, however, are saying China will get the chips anyways. It's better to control the supply. And they're not wrong. Operation Gatekeeper just exposed a massive underground market, smuggling H100 and H200 chips into China under fake labels like their bootleg designer handbags. This decision is going to have ripple effects for years. Now, let's go ahead, make like a condom, and wrap this thing up. This is the new tech cycle. Microsoft planted a $17.5 billion AI flag into India. Netflix and Paramount, well, they turned Hollywood into a gladiator arena. And the JOLTS waves the yellow warning flag. And then finally, Trump reshapes the global chip war with one post. AI infrastructure is global, streaming consolidation is accelerating, and the labor markets are weakening. Geopolitics is driving stock moves more than earnings at this point. This is the future. Welcome to it. Again, I'm Max Pitts. This is Trades and Gains, powered by Investor Central Club. Make sure you head over there, sign up today so you never miss a big move within the market, because it's the only options flow software that shows you what actually matters. Leave a comment with your hottest take down below and a stock that I should buy this week, and maybe I will. This has been your Tech Shockwave update. Wear a condom, stay cynical, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.